Okay. Hey, Rachel, it's Wit. I uploaded the video of you doing like full motion pitching, and I'm gonna review it and show you step by step some of the issues you're having and some of the positive things too. And so you can focus on this and you can just kind of see yourself in action and see what I'm seeing. So I'm gonna start off slow motion. We'll go piece by piece, and then I'll show let it go faster. But as you start right here, uh, you start coming back, and then as you're coming forward, when you go your arm up, that's when you should be loading on that front leg, and you're not yet. You tend to do that after about right here, okay? And we want to load and be on that front push-off leg as soon as that arm goes back. Okay, so it looks like, it's hard to tell from this position, but it looks like right here your foot, oh, well that didn't do good, did it? Right here, your foot is kind of turning, cheating is what I call it. It's hard to tell, but it kind of looks like it is. So, I mean, you know that, you can work on that. Okay, so as we go forward, you come and you leap straight. Everything's coming forward, but as you can see, probably at about everything's coming forward, and then about this point is when we start seeing some issues. Okay, so at about this point, you should be letting your foot come off the mound and dragging. Okay, if you would let that back foot right here come forward a little bit, then you would be gaining so much. You would probably be landing about out here. Okay, it just would make a tremendous amount. So you should that let that foot come off a little bit at this point. Okay, and glide. Okay, so instead you're still keeping it. Okay, so you are this one, you are coming off a little bit. So that's progress. There you go. Check that out, Rachel. See how your foot comes off the mat a little bit? Okay, now what we need to change about this is progress though, because I'll show you another video where you would pitch and you'd still be touching the mound. So there's that little gap. You can see the little gap. Okay, so but what we want is this knee, we want it to be turned towards home plate. Okay, so it's not. It's turned towards third base. Okay, so that is keeping your leg dragging behind. Okay, we want that back leg to come forward. See how much, look how much of your foot is on the ground. The whole inside of your foot's dragging and it's weighing you down instead of being on your toe and bringing your knee forward. So if your knee is not facing towards home plate, your back knee, if it's not facing towards home plate, then that's what's going to happen to your foot right here. Where all that foot's hanging down, it's dragging. And look, you look like it's anchoring down. Okay, so moving on. Now, let's go back to the arm. Okay, so you're starting off right here and look at the ball. You see the ball's facing towards home plate, right? Okay, great. Well, then as we go, what happens? You turn, you turn. Now look where the ball's facing. Ball's facing third base. Okay, that's okay. But then what happens? Look at where look where your hand is. Your hand is pushing that ball down versus being under the ball. You're on top of the ball. So you're pushing the ball. You're not pulling it like a towel. And look how straight your arm is. Is that how you do your drills? It's not. You do your drills with a L-shaped arm, right? So let's keep continuing. All right, so look how stiff it is. You're not leading. You got a straight arm. You're not bringing that elbow in, and you're not whipping. You just completely didn't even pitch the ball. You just pushed it. Okay. So all right. So we got the arm on there. Now, so you come here, and the glove is pulling your shoulder out. Look at your glove, how it's behind your body. So that's not a big, huge deal, but it is pulling you out. Now, let's go look at the front leg. Now, this front leg, when you land, is supposed to look like, let's see, when you land, we're going to land you, all right? So we want this foot, instead of looking like, let's do it right here. Look at this leg. You've got a bend in it, and what's happening? Because all that momentum's going forward, and you didn't stiffen your leg to push you back, to keep you from coming forward, all your weight, what happens? All that weight comes forward. Look at the bend, look at all that weight forward. Okay. Versus if you had just, when you planted, and then you just stiffen that leg completely straight, it would keep your body from coming forward. Because at this point you look great. I mean, as far as you're keeping that straight line. But then it's after that is when everything shifts forward. So if we remove those, you're not so straight anymore. Your legs completely bent. Okay. So, wanted to tell you that. I know it seems like a lot of negative stuff. I just want you to know. Okay. So let's go to the next one and see if we see any other different things or any improvements. Okay. So I think this one is where we'll see how you loaded in this one. Okay. So we're coming forward. Now this is what's called reverse loading. You're going your arm back, and yet your leg is still straight, not bending. Then you bend it about right here as you're coming forward. You need to have that, think, bent, loaded leg when my arm goes back. Bent, loaded leg when my arm goes back. Okay? So you come forward. Good jump. Now this is where, see, and this one, you didn't even, you're still touching the mound. That was how you were last week. So, the actually last one I just showed you, your leap was better because you were off the mound a little bit. Okay, so you come here, and again, that front leg's bent, so there you go. All right, I think we got one more on here. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay, now this is a good one. All right, so you come back and you're in the loaded position. Okay? You could be a little more, but see how your weight's on your front foot and not your back? Okay, that's how you want to go, Rach. Because now you can explode forward, and I think you did a really good pitch on this one. You come forward. Let's see what your leap looks like. Okay. Better. Look at that. Now look at the difference between your last one I just showed you, and look at how your foot is off the mound. Right here. Look how much space between the last one. Okay. So we'll keep going. Now, if only when you stood and you straightened that leg, if you would straighten that leg out completely straight and push against the ground, so when your body's coming forward, you're pushing against that ground to keep your body from going over, falling over like a tree, then you would have had a pretty perfect pitch, except for your arm issues, which we talked about. So anyway, okay, so that's pretty much it. And I've got some of your warm-up stuff, but I'll show you that later. So I just want to show you that. If you have any questions, just email me.